Alright, before we begin this tutorial, I recommend viewing this in full screen mode, as you'll be able to see what I'm typing in a lot clearer and it'll be a lot easier for you to follow along. Now what we want to first do here is just input the domain name that we would like to use with hastyhost. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to use a sample domain here. And to the right here, we have different extensions that we can use. We can use a .biz, a .com, a .info, a .net, .org, or a .us. Now, if your extension is not listed here, just click on Other. And in this text area here, you can just input the extension yourself. So for this tutorial, I'm just going to use a .com extension since that's what most people have. Just be sure not to input the extension in this first text area. So next what we want to do is just click on this search link here to the right, and what that's going to do is just search our database to see if the domain is already registered. So as you can see here, the domain is already registered. So I did this purposely just in case you run into this problem. What you want to do is just relook at your domain and make sure you didn't type something incorrectly and just change that. And I'm just going to use a domain that I know that is not currently registered. And what we want to do next is we have to click on this search link 2 times so it'll recheck our database. So as you can see here, if you get this congratulations text here, you can proceed to the next step. So here we have 2 options. We can either register the domain with hastyhost, or if we purchased our domain from a domain register such as GoDaddy.com or Namecheap.com, you'll want to select this self-management, which is no cost. So once we do that, we want to click on this continue link here to the right. Next, we'll just be brought to the order options page. If you didn't want to go with the special plan here, you can just select from this drop down box the plan that you wanted to go with. So let's say we wanted to go with the max plan. It'll just refresh the page right fast. And below here for the plan features, it'll just update it to the max plan. So just go over this and make sure it's the amount of space that you wanted, the amount of bandwidth, and etc. So once we look over that, we can scroll on down here and look at the billing cycle. Now most people go with monthly, but you can go with quarterly, semi-annually, annually, or every 2 years, depending on how you would like to pay for your plan. So let's just go with monthly for this tutorial. Next is just the domain name. Just look over this domain and make sure it's the right domain that you would like to use with us. Once you look over that, you can look at the package add-ons that you would like to add on to your account. Here's just a backup add-on. Basically, we back up all the files on the server every week. Now, this is just good for those who may happen to forget to back up their files or have no idea how to back up their files. So, I recommend everyone have this option just in case something was to go wrong. So, moving on here, you can select the Site Builder add-on, which is just recommended for those who are new to the web hosting industry, those who do not know how to create websites or are having a hard time to create a website. It's just easy to get a website up quickly. So let's just go ahead and say we're going to select that option as well. Now for the billing information, we can just leave it as PayPal, since PayPal accepts most major credit cards. And for the coupon code, I'm just going to give you a coupon code which is actually usable, so feel free to use this coupon. It's just save more. And now what you want to do is click on this validate button. And make sure you click on the validate button, as if you do not, the coupon will not have an effect on this form. And then below, once you've clicked on the validate button, it will just give you this text here showing you how much you got off and everything like that. So moving on here to the account information. If you're an existing member of hastyhost, what you want to do is click on this check box here to the right. And here you would just simply enter in the email address that you use with hastyhost and the password. And if you forgot the password, you can just click on this forgot password link here. So let's just say we are a new customer to hastyhost. For the organization here, you can just leave that blank. This is just recommended for those who are signing up for an organization or some other company. But let's just say we're using this as a personal account. So most of this is just straightforward, just entering your information like you were in a regular form. And make sure that you enter in valid information, as we do have software that actually checks the information that you input in here. And for this tutorial, of course, I'm just using some random information just to give you an idea. But again, make sure you use valid information. And of course, you will select your country and the language. Now, for receive email announcements, I do recommend setting this to yes. The reason why is because if we need to send out an email alerting you about a server issue, or if we're upgrading the server that you're on, you'll be aware of that. So it's just great to have that selected as yes. The referrer, you can leave this blank, but it just helps us to see who exactly referred you to hastyhost. So let's just say we were brought here from google.com. Or if you were brought here from a friend, you can just simply type in their name there. Now for this text area here, this is just for additional comments. Say you were transferring from another web hosting company and would like us to transfer your files from that company, you can list your information here. Or it's just great to have if you want to tell us something else about why you chose hastyhost or any other thing. So it's just optional. You can leave this blank as well. And now we need to create an account password for our account with hastyhost. So make sure you enter in a password with lower and uppercase letters. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a password here. Next, we just need to verify this picture here. And this picture just allows us to know that you are human and you're not a robot filling out this form here. And if you can't make out the letters here, as this is case sensitive, so if you do see a capital I here, as we see, you do need to type a capital I. But if you can't really tell if this is a capital W or lowercase w, just click on this icon here and it'll refresh the image and give you a new one. So if this one is a little better for you, just go ahead and input this here. And then after that, we're pretty much done filling out the form. And we just want to look at the checkout here and just make sure everything is correct. And as we can look over this, we can see that the discount took off $5.48, and our total today is $5.48. So once you look over this and everything looks right, you can go ahead and click on this order link to the right here. Next, that will take us to the terms and conditions. Here you just want to read over this so you know exactly what we expect and what you cannot host and different things like that. So it's just good to know. Just skim over that and make sure you understand everything about the terms and conditions. And once you do, you can click on this checkbox here. And after that, we can click on this continue link to the right. So once we finish filling out the form, we'll just be brought to a PayPal page here. And of course, this will be where you pay for the web hosting account. So after you have finished doing this, we do ask for a couple of hours to set up your account. Usually it's in a couple of minutes. And we'll send you a welcome email with all your account information and everything in it. If you do have any questions after viewing this tutorial, you're still confused on something, feel free to visit our contact page and send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to try to assist you through this. Thanks again for choosing hastyhost.com, and you have a great day.